Drones have come a long way in just a few years. What started as simple flying gadgets for hobbyists has now become an industry of advanced tools for creators, explorers, and professionals. And at the very center of this evolution is DJI, the company that has set the standard for drone technology around the world. With every product launch, DJI has managed to raise the bar, making drones smarter, more powerful, and yet somehow easier to use. That is why every time DJI prepares to release a new model, the tech world pays attention. And this time, it is all about the DJI Neo 2. The DJI Neo 2 is not just another drone release. It represents a fresh experiment, a possible shift in DJI's entire approach to drones. To understand why, we need to look back at where the Neo lineup began. The original DJI Neo was an entry-level drone. It was one of DJI's cheapest drones ever, but it was far from being just a toy. What made the Neo so interesting was how much it could do at such a low price. The first Neo gave people a taste of DJI's world without forcing them to spend a fortune. It wasn't only a simple camera drone. It could also give users a first-person view flying experience. You could connect it to your smartphone and control it easily. You could even pair it with more advanced gear like the DJI RCN3 controller or the DJI Goggles 3. That flexibility made it more than just a beginner drone. It was a little bridge between casual flying and the more advanced FPV world. Of course, the original Neo wasn't perfect. Its image quality was fine but nothing special. Its flight range and stability were good but not on the same level as DJI's Mini or Air series. But at its price, it didn't need to be perfect. What it needed to be was fun, accessible, and versatile, and that's exactly what it was. The Neo was a drone that invited new pilots into the DJI ecosystem. And in that sense, it was a big success. Now, DJI is preparing to launch the Neo 2. And this is where things get exciting, because the Neo 2 is not only an upgrade, it may be the start of a new direction for DJI. This isn't just speculation. We know this because the Neo 2 has already shown up in official FCC filings. These filings are public documents that often reveal important technical details about upcoming products. They don't usually tell us everything, but they do give us enough to see where a company is heading. So what did the FCC filings tell us about the Neo 2? First, they confirmed the model number of the drone, DE225. That's the drone itself. But then, another filing appeared. This one wasn't for the drone. It was for a separate product called the DJI Neo 2 digital transceiver, with model number DP1. This discovery immediately got people talking, because DJI has never released something like this before. To understand why this matters, let's talk about OcuSync. If you have ever flown a DJI drone, you know about OcuSync. It's DJI's video transmission system. It is what allows the drone to send high-quality, low-latency video to your controller or FPV goggles. It is also what makes long-distance flying possible while keeping the connection stable. In almost every DJI drone, OcuSync has been built directly into the drone. You didn't need to think about it. You bought the drone, and you got OcuSync. But the FCC filings revealed that this time, things are different. The Neo 2 does not appear to have OcuSync built in by default. Instead, it only supports Wi-Fi and GFSK protocols out of the box. That means you can connect it to your phone. You might be able to use it with the DJI Motion Controller. But you cannot use OcuSync accessories like the RCN3 controller or DJI Goggles 3 unless you buy the digital transceiver module. This digital transceiver is essentially an OcuSync add-on. According to the FCC tests, it supports transmission on both 2.4 GHz and 5 GHz. It runs on a 5V input, uses dual antennas, and provides the full OcuSync experience. But you need to purchase it separately. In simple terms, the Neo 2 by itself is a Wi-Fi drone. With the digital transceiver, it becomes an OcuSync drone. This is groundbreaking because DJI has never separated OcuSync into an external accessory before. In the past, OcuSync was always integrated into the drone itself. The closest thing we ever saw was the Inspire 2's controller, which had a swappable module. But even then, the drone still had its own built-in transmission system. The Neo 2 is the first time DJI has stripped OcuSync out of the base model and turned it into an optional upgrade. Why would DJI do this? Well, there are several possible reasons. The first is cost. By removing OcuSync from the base drone, DJI can keep the starting price lower. This makes the Neo 2 more attractive to beginners who don't want to spend too much money. They can start with the Wi-Fi version. And if they fall in love with flying, they can later buy the digital transceiver and unlock the advanced features. The second reason could be regulations. DJI has faced restrictions in some regions, especially in the United States, where their RF transmission technology has been under scrutiny. By releasing the Neo 2 as a Wi-Fi only drone, DJI may avoid some of those hurdles. Then, for users who want OcuSync, they can sell it as an optional module. This could give DJI more flexibility in how and where the drone can be sold. The third reason is modularity. DJI may be testing a new approach to drones, where users can customize their experience. Think about it. A beginner can buy the base drone, fly it with a phone, and be perfectly happy. But a more advanced pilot can invest in the digital transceiver, a remote controller, and goggles to create a pro-level setup. This makes the Neo 2 flexible in a way no DJI drone has been before. In practice, this means there will be two versions of the Neo 2 experience. The standard Neo 2 will fly with your smartphone and the DJI Fly app. It might support the motion controller. But it will not support OcuSync accessories. The upgraded Neo 2, with the digital transceiver, will unlock full OcuSync support. That means compatibility with RCN3, DJI Goggles 3, and other gear. It will also provide stronger transmission, longer range, and lower latency. This approach is unusual because DJI usually releases different versions of a drone, like a standard and a pro model. But with the Neo 2, there is only one model. The difference comes from whether or not you buy the extra module. That's why many people see this as a test. DJI might be experimenting with a modular model for the future. Now, apart from OcuSync, what else do we know about the Neo 2? The FCC filings don't give us the full picture of the camera, flight time, or design. But there are a few things we can say. The battery is slightly larger than the original Neos, which suggests better flight time. DJI almost always improves the camera with each new release, so it's safe to assume the Neo 2 will have a stronger sensor and better image quality. The first Neo was decent, but not great. The Neo 2 could change that, making it much more appealing for aerial photography and videography. There's also speculation that DJI might release a new OcuSync Air unit based on the Neo 2 system, but so far, that's just a rumor. Nothing has been confirmed. The big picture here is that the Neo 2 represents a major shift. By separating Wi-Fi and OcuSync, DJI is opening up new possibilities. Beginners can start small. Enthusiasts can upgrade as they grow. DJI can potentially avoid regulatory issues. And if the modular model proves successful, we might see it spread to future products. Imagine a DJI Mini 6 or Air 4 where you can buy the base drone and then choose to upgrade its transmission or camera through separate modules. That could completely change how drones are sold. Of course, this also raises some questions. Will customers like this approach? Or will they feel frustrated at having to buy extra hardware for features that used to come standard? Will the base drone be enough for most beginners? Or will it feel too limited without OcuSync? These are things we won't know until the Neo 2 officially launches and people start using it. For now, what we do know is clear. The DJI Neo 2 is coming soon. It will be Wi-Fi only by default. It will be upgradable with the digital transceiver. It has a larger battery compared to the first Neo. It will likely have a better camera. And it represents a bold new experiment for DJI. Whether this move is about cost, regulations, or testing a modular future, it shows that DJI is not afraid to try something new. The Neo may second not just be another drone. It could be the start of a new way of thinking about drones altogether.